Hello and welcome to day 17 of the 30-day yoga challenge. Today I'll be going through the Sun Salutation B, slightly different from Salutation A, a bit more challenging, and then I'll be going to go into the second of our balancing pose, the dancer's pose. So let's begin by going into our salutation. I'm going to go nice and slowly, don't forget moving with the breath, so it's one breath, one movement. So important to connect those together. So breathing in, let's raise the arms as we come into our mountain pose Tadasana. As we slowly exhale, we fold ourselves forward into our full forward bend. And then we inhale to our halfway lift. Here the back is flat, we have the neck as in neutral position. Long breath out, this time we place our hands onto the mat, we step the legs back, we're in a high plank position. Now as beginners you can lower the knees down, release the feet, keep exhaling to lower the shoulders down towards the mat. From here we breathe into our upward facing dog, pushing the hands into the mat, lifting the legs away from the mat. We tuck the toes under and then we exhale to our downward facing dog. Now going into our Salutation B, I'm going to raise or float the right heel to the ceiling into a three-legged dog. From here, I'm going to then exhale, sweep this foot forward, placing it between the hands. If you won't go in one movement, just walk it forward with the toes. Release the back foot to the floor, and then inhale as you bring the arms up into your Warrior One position. From here, still moving with the breath, we then exhale, the hands come back down, either side of your right foot, release the right foot and you're back in your high plank position. Let's lower the knees, go into our low plank, exhaling down. Let's breathe into our upward facing dog, lifting the feet on the knees from the floor, tuck the toes under, and then exhale back into our downward facing dog. Let's float the other side, so it's our left foot up. That's a breath in. As we exhale, sweep it all the way forward. Lower the back right foot, pressing down on your bent front left leg, come into your Warrior One position here. So your back foot is at a slight angle, but that knee stays over the ankle on that left-hand side. As we exhale, hands come down in prayer through heart center, releasing down either side of your extended left leg, back into your high plank, lower the knees, lower the shoulders as we exhale. Breathing into your upward facing dog, we tuck the toes under, and we're going to reverse into our downward facing dog. Now just spend 2 or 3 resting breaths here. So cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose, and then slowly exhaling again through the nose. Just be aware of your posture here so that you're still within the in the proper posture. 2 more breaths, breathing in through the nose, and a long breath out. Last breath in, and long breath out. So to finish the salutation, let's bend the knees, look forward, step the feet to the hands. We inhale back to our halfway lift, flat back position. We then exhale, completely coming down into our full forward bend, and then mountain pose Tadasana, breathing in. And then exhale to come back to start. Okay, so we're going to go into our second of our standing or balancing poses here. This is the dancer's pose. Now, obviously it's quite challenging. Let's see how we go. First of all, I want you to take your left hand and have it out in front of you as if you're serving some food on a platter like this. Turn it around to the side, and I want you to lift your right leg or foot and place your hand underneath from the inside out. Keeping the knees fairly close, I want you to push your foot into your hand, and as you do so, you start to rotate the torso forward as you reach your left arm forward. So pushing your foot into your hand, keeping the core nice and strong, and that will give you stability through the pose. So you're reaching forward with your left hand, have a softness in your knee, that will engage the muscles of the thigh, of the hamstrings and the quads. Keep that pressure upon the foot and see how far or how high you can raise your back knee. So you may only get to this position here. Again, it depends. If you're a beginner, just go into it slowly. But eventually you want to be able to play around with it so that you can actually come a bit deeper. So pushing that foot into the hand, reaching forward, lifting the back knee, and holding here for a few breaths. Don't hold the breath, keep the breath flowing, and try and keep your drishti, your focus, on a point in front of you, which will again help to maintain your stability. Take a breath in here to finish, and as we exhale, just start to come out of the pose, release the hand, and perhaps just give it a bit of a shake out. Okay, we need to do both sides of balancing it out. So let's go on to the other side of the hand here. So left hand out in front, just rotate it round, lifting the left foot and sliding the hand from the inside to the outside of that foot. So again, as we start to apply pressure on that hand with the foot, you then start to lean forward and then raise the opposite arm. So in this case, it's the right arm reaching forward. You're pushing your back left foot into your hand, raising the knee from the floor, having a softness in your right leg, and just testing your balance. And again, it's okay because it takes a bit of practice to get this balancing right. So having that softness in the right knee will mean that you will engage your quads and your hamstrings and give you more stability. Keep the pressure on the back hand with your foot, and then keep the core engaged. Holding here, lifting as high as you can, breathing through the nose, and then slowly coming out of the pose, perhaps just windmill the arm around, release that left leg, and then shake it out. Well done. We'll see you tomorrow.